People think that young men will be okay. What we're seeing more and more is that young men won't be okay.
I could see my life spiralling in a different way if I didn't get my act together. Seeing how my daughter portrayed me, I didn't want her to see me as a waste man.
Sometimes it's hard to elicit sympathy for the young men we work with because, by definition, they are the most marginalised. They sometimes don't look the most welcoming or the most needy group in terms of how they present themselves.
The trouble I was getting into before was being arrested quite a lot and just being, generally like being sectioned and stuff like that. It was because I didn't understand really what was going on.
What we do is seen as quite bold, particularly by funders, because we say this is the client group we'll work with. We're going to work with young men. There are lots of organisations working with young women and very few young men. And for me, I don't want my children to grow up in a world where there are empowered young women and shortage of empowered young men. So that's why we do what we do.
We provide father services in a range of settings, early years, children's centres, and most importantly in the community.
Well, the prospect of becoming a father was quite scary because, you feel inadequate as someone who's blind. Obviously, I've got in touch with the right people.
Here in Westminster, I manage the Mentoring Project, which is an outreach detached programme where I do outreach in the local community, targeting NEET young men. NEET meaning not in employment, education and training. I feel happy to be involved in this work. I like affecting change, especially in the core group that I'm working with, a particular group that many organisations wouldn't touch with a barge pole.
Being with Paul and in the Working with Men neighbourhood centre has definitely made a huge difference to our lives. If that was to disappear, we would have no sense of support.
The Bridge Project is a project working with young men and young women in schools, addressing aspects of relationships that may be problematic, such as like domestic violence, early signs of abuse, that kind of thing.
The Uncut Project is a Working with Men initiative, which is based in Westminster, focusing on conflict resolution.
I lost my friend, got stabbed in his neck, and well, I just weren't interested in nothing. It was sort of like drawing me away from all the positive things I should be doing. If it wasn't for the Uncut Project, then I don't think I would be here.
The difference between Ambly and other youth clubs are not there for you as much as Ambly is. The youth workers they put in so much trust into you, they put high achievements for you, high goals for you, and expect so much, and that pushes your confidence up.
Having the backing of working with men, you feel more upbeat, you feel more motivated to do something with your life.
However difficult a young person's life is, however perhaps uneducated they might have been through circumstance, they know when people genuinely care about them and want to make a difference.
People can feel it in the way you talk, in your body language, and so many of our young people experience that on a day-to-day basis. Our main concern is always the young person. Everything else is the stuff we do around jobs, around training, helping people with CVs, the work we do in hospitals with fathers, the work we do in schools, is all based on the individual first. If we work with the individual, all the other things tend to fit into place.